Hey everybody, in this video we're just going to show you something you have to be careful about when doing more science math type charts in Google Sheets or even in Microsoft Excel. So let's just talk about Google Sheets and science math type charts. In the previous charts we actually did the column charts, right? We didn't really have points that were connected like in time or connected in values. In this example here, you're going to see that I have numbers for the x-axis because what I'm measuring here is the speed of a car and how much wind resistance it feels. So you can see as it goes faster, the wind resistance goes up. And I also have a second series on a truck. It's not as aerodynamic. Its air resistance is going to be worse, right? So higher values. And the chart is sort of showing it here. But you sometimes get this problem. So we just want to show you the problem here. When you're taught to graph in math class, you're taught that when you put your labels down here, that the points should be evenly spaced. I mean, when we had pets like dog, cat, fish, yes, you put dog, cat, fish, side by side, but these are actual numbers now. I don't want the numbers side by side. I want them spaced out nice and evenly. You can see here, 2 to 19, that's a 17 change. 19 to 20, that's only a change of 1. 33 to 88, that's a change of 55. But on our chart, they're evenly spaced side by side. It's treating these numbers right now as labels, not as actual numbers to graph. So here's the fix in Google Sheets. Right now, if we go to Edit Chart, you're going to see it did a line chart for me, or that's the one I have set. So with a line chart in Google Sheets, by default, it's treating all your numbers labels. It's not treating them like numbers. So here's the quick fix. You just scroll down your setup, and right here, you can see use column A as labels. Sort of, but you don't want this. Treat the labels as text. No, you don't. You want them to be treated like numbers, so it graphs them like a real math graph. So take that off, and boom, you can see the instant fix here. So where there's large gaps, yeah, there'll be large gaps on your x-axis. The x-axis now is beautiful. The speed in kilometers an hour, spaced by 25 every time, nice and even. And then it plots the points just like you would plot points in math class where they should be on your chart. So this is what you have to do for almost every type of chart that's like a science chart, probably your science fair, or if you're watching especially anything graphed over time. Time should always be evenly growing, right? On the x-axis, you don't want what we had before. So that bad, that does not show an honest picture of the data. This one's good. And that's really it. For Google Sheets, that's the quick fix. Now, if you're in Microsoft Excel, which is the popular program you use at school, I don't think you have that option on your line chart. So the only solution, if you're at school and you're using Excel, is you do not pick a line chart. It's the wrong type. What you pick instead is you pick the XY scatter. That's why I actually labeled this lesson the XY scatter chart, just to emphasize that in case you're doing this at school. When you pick the XY scatter, literally the name XY scatter implies it will graph the X values as numbers versus the Y values. So it doesn't matter for Google Sheets because it actually, lets you check and uncheck that for the quick fix. But that's basically your X versus Y proper math charting graphs. A little side note here. How did I get the dots on the line? I think this was in series. And I think normally point size is none. You don't have any dots on the series, but point size lets you add dots onto your line there, just in case you're wondering yours isn't doing that.